Let's talk about the film Robot Dreams, which shot up to straight up #1 on my list for top of the year so far. Here it is if you want to check it out. And let me tell you, this is one of those movies that I had been hearing so much about, but I've been hearing that it's a movie with a lot of emotion. So I had to prepare myself now because I am a crier at theaters. And when I watched this one, yes, all the emotions came. So before we get any further into it, I want to let you know we are going straight to that 35,000 goal right now. Tons of giveaways, tons of videos all summer long. Don't miss out on any of them. We got a ton of videos for you this week as well. Alien Romulus, new trailer. We have a Watchers movie we're going to be watching. Watchers are watching. Watchers. Makes sense. But anyways, let's talk about Robot Dreams because this is one of those movies I had just been anticipating. Actually was nominated for an Oscar at the Oscars this year, had its premiere and last year, and here we are a whole year after, and we finally got the chance to watch it. And let me tell you, this is one of those movies that just hit so much. This film is as simple as it gets. You basically follow this dog who is lonely, and through that loneliness, they find a way to have a companion, and that companion is this robot that they're able to order and they're able to build and have a great time. So this is a world that is inhabited only by animals that act like humans do. So you have like elephants, you have like anteaters, crocodiles, things like that, and also robot companions of sorts. And it's kind of like a futuristic type vibe as well, but at the same time, it has that 80s feel to it as well. And I really loved how this film was incorporating all that futurism as well as with the nostalgia. And so basically you follow their adventures and misfortunes and stuff like that. I won't get any further into it because I think this is a film that you go into not knowing much, but first and foremost, the animation is just gorgeous. It has a very old-timey feel, but at the same time feels new. And I really am fascinated by this movie because it has no dialogue whatsoever, but yet all of the emotions are able to be brought out in a way that I didn't think was going to be possible. Because at first I was just thinking, oh, is this film not going to have any dialogue whatsoever? How do you know what's going on and stuff like that? And like, you know, I know there was like silent films in the past and stuff like that, but there's like subtitles sometimes and all this. But no, this film doesn't even have that. It is just able to really present that. It's able to really present the film and everything that's happening just with the characters' faces and just subtle cues here and there. And I thought that that was one of the most impressive things about the film is that this very heavy-hearted film is able to do all of this with little to no dialogue, actually no dialogue. And it's very telling in a day and age when I think a lot of people feel like there needs to be a lot of dialogue. And I think that's a testament to how well the story was crafted by the director, Pablo Berger. So this is actually based on a novel comic, I believe, of the same name. And it was back in 2007 that came out. Now, here we are like 17 years later with this film fully presented. And I really am loving this so much, honestly, even rethinking about it, because there's so many emotions that are felt throughout the film. It really is a roller coaster because you go through these very different, because the characters go through all of these different scenarios and you really see as they grow with all of these different experiences in their life. And it really is one of those films that feels like it's telling a whole complete story in just the seasons, because you go through various seasons from the summer to the winter, spring, and the summer again. And it is just one of those films that I think does a great job at not only telling its story with its characters, but also with the surroundings around them, with the other characters that are there, with the way that the city is different with the different seasons, and just the way everybody else is acting. And I really always love when a film is able to not just have the background actors or the background characters just be background, but they also are telling their own stories. And it's something that's fascinating to watch as these characters are sort of dealing with their own problems, and you see the city around them as well, how everybody else is living their own life at the same time. And I think it was one of those films that does a great job at really giving us a great story and telling it in a way that is just so well to digest as well. Because, you know, sometimes you want a film to give you that good message, but at the same time, you don't want it to get sort of like weighted down by the message itself. You want it to be able to still feel real and genuine. And I think Robot Dreams does that so well. I really will tell you that this is one of those movies that by the end of it, you will just be really left speechless, honestly. It is a film that covers so many topics, so many messages, and it's able to do that so effortlessly in under 2 hours with no dialogue whatsoever. And I really love the animation here and the music and everything that's been put together here to really bring forth this magical film. Honestly, I cannot gush anymore over it. This is my favorite film of the year so far. And I was wondering, like, May was coming to an end. I was wondering if I was going to watch something that was going to top TV Glow. And this is definitely that for me. And I really do love also the sound design here because everything feels so alive, from the birds chirping to the water gushing to the robot's mechanical notes, as well as the sand and the beach and just the wind and the city, the tin cans floating around, the trash just being there. Like everything feels so alive. And I really love when an animated film takes that much precision in everything because it immerses you that much. Honestly, like I was just there in silence watching this, chuckling, crying. It was just one of those experiences that I really loved and one of my favorite animated films of all time. I can tell you that right now. This is up there for sure with a ton of the other classics, from Spirited Away to The Iron Giant. This is one of those films that's right up there in the top 10 for me. And I really hope that you enjoy it as well if you give it a chance. It is currently being distributed by Neon. It should be playing in some select theaters. I'm not entirely sure when it will be coming for home or any of that, but if you get a chance to watch this in the theaters, really, really would tell you watch it in the theaters. It is just a wonderful, beautiful film. It's such a magical thing, honestly, about a film like this that really talks about life and just the little things sometimes that we overlook and just how wonderful it really is. It really leaves you pondering at the end about your own life, about relationships in our lives, and also just how we carry ourselves throughout the world and how we're able to sort of break out of these shells that we may be in at times. I just loved it so much. So we give Robot Dreams a 5 out of 5. It is our favorite film of the year so far, and I think it is one of those films that I think everybody's going to love, honestly. Like, there isn't, I just can't think of anything I didn't like about this film. But let me know what you think about the film in the comments down below. Make sure that you are following us. We are on the road to 35,000 subscribers. We are less than 5,000 away from that. Hopefully we get to that before the end of the month. Our goal for the summer is 50,000 subscribers by the end. So by August, that's our big goal. So tons of giveaways and videos coming all summer. So stay tuned for that. But as always, I'll see all of you next time. Check out our website, www.culturelixir.com, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter, all of those provided down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.